Many of you have joined. We can start. Can someone please confirm if my screen is visible?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Just give me 1 minute. I see two more people are joining. I don't want anyone to miss anything on networking. Very crucial topic, guys, and very essential. You can't have that liberty where I tell you that okay, ignore this, chal jayega. No, it won't work. It won't work. You'll have to know the concepts of this one. Okay. So we have good quorum. Fine. So I hope you got the understanding that technically this is possible. I can have one VNet, use all the addresses under one subnet. Having anything directly under VNet, not possible. You have to have at least one subnet, right? Even if you don't create, a default subnet gets created. So you have to have one subnet. But with one subnet, possible. Even you have huge number of set of IPs, use all of them under one subnet. Uh, pick, keep everything under one subnet, up to you. Technically possible, but it's definitely not a good design. Okay? This is how you will see it when it is a three-tier application, right? And uh, see what is the benefit. I'll tell you here under this subnet using NSG. We'll come to that later. How to do that? How part we are coming to that later. Using NSG, you can control the traffic. That traffic from outside is allowed on this on this subnet. Right? So someone who's trying to access your internet, so someone is trying to access your website, which is there on your server, they will be able to communicate. Right? By chance, it's not even possible, but by chance, if they have the IP address of the server and they try to come directly to your database, they can't. Why? Because you can block them here. You have only allowed traffic from the internet on this subnet, not on this subnet. So you get that granular access. Hence, you use multiple subnets. Now, you tell me Amazon's website, is it of any use without its backend server and without its database? Just going to website and reading some data, is that the job you do on Amazon, or is it your aim or purpose when you visit Amazon's website? Not AWS, I'm talking about
No.
Amazon shopping website here, I'm talking about, or Flipkart for that matter. Do you just have to go and read some article and come back? Is it the kind of application, any e-commerce application, or what do you do over there?
No, we try to buy
We
something.
order
You try to buy something. The moment you add something to your cart, what does it mean? That it should be a number should be deducted from the database. That okay, earlier we had 10 pieces of this, now someone has purchased it, so now it is 10. What does it mean? That something is continuously changing on this backend server and database. What does it mean? That without database and backend server, your application server is of no use, right? If these are not working, it's of no use. And what else does it imply? That there should be some connectivity. Are you getting it, guys? Yeah, connectivity. Without this connectivity, do you think it's possible?
No, not possible.
no.
Now, by the way, how will your machine communicate to database? Which service are we going to use for that?
VNet pairing.
VNET
No, completely wrong answer.
with the
Whoever answered
private
that, guys,
with private IP address.
again wrong. Hear my question properly. I've told you guys every time that I'm not just asking questions from the current session. I will always ask you questions where you'll have to scratch your brain, remember the services which we have used in past. Why are you even talking about VNet pairing? We didn't even discuss VNet pairing. There are no two VNets in picture. We are just talking about one picture. Sorry, one VNet. There cannot be pairing with self VNet. It's only one VNet. So VNet pairing is just a blind shot. Do not attempt that in your interviews, please. Try to understand the question. If you don't, try to ask for an explanation, or try to reiterate it. Okay, this is what I understood. Is this what you mean? Don't just give blind answers in keyword. It gives very bad impression in interview. This here it is fine. This is the place to practice. This is a place to correction. Here I'm okay with it. In your interview, please do not have this approach. Right. My question was, I'm not even talking about networking here, guys. My simple question is how my virtual machine will access this database? I've written some
Identity
code.
management.
Yes. Does it ring the bell, guys? Do you remember? Which identity management? Anyone?
User assigned. User assigned.
User assigned or system
User
assigned? Both
assigned.
can be worked here. It's a virtual machine, user assigned or system assigned, both. I hope you remember the practical which we did, that we can have a user assigned here. It will go to key vault. From key vault, it will pick something, maybe a key or use secret and password. Then it will go here. This is how it will access my database, right? I hope you remember. So along with user ID and password and everything, user ID and password, be it user assigned identity or system assigned identity, that's the authentication part. What about the networking part? Network has to be there, right? If I create one virtual machine on this one, and I've given you user ID and password, but I have not shared the public IP, will you be able to connect to this machine? There is no direct
No.
connectivity. I have not shared the public IP or private IP with you. I've just given you the authentication. I'm telling you, you have full access. You have admin rights. Take this user ID and password and do whatever you want to do on the machine. Will you be able to access?
No, no.
No. There has to be some network connectivity, right? Using a public IP, you will be connected on over the internet network. Similarly, using user assigned identity or system assigned identity, both of them you're using, you have taken care of the authentication part. But what about the networking part? Do you have to do anything extra for this machine to communicate to this database or to this database or to the backend server in terms of networking? Do you have to do anything extra, guys, or what will you do? If yes, what will you do?
We need to disable the
All
firewall
these
to
servers
communicate
needs
to
to have
machines.
in same VNet.
They are in the same VNet, are they not? Look at the diagram.
By nature, by
Yes.
default, they can communicate to each other. Sorry,
Simple. You
bhai.
don't have to do anything because your subnets within one VNet, they talk to each other by default. I hope you remember yesterday's session. We are not talking about two different VNets here. As of now, we are just discussing VNet 1, right?
Yes.
So my server, which is there in subnet 3, wants to talk to a server which is there on subnet 2 or a database which is there in subnet 1. I've taken care of the authentication part and code and everything has been written. From the network perspective, do I have to do anything extra for this?
No. No.
No. Simple.
No.
Why? Why don't I have to do
All
anything?
are in.
Because by default, subnets within a VNet, they talk to each other. We don't have to do anything extra. Is this part clear to everyone, guys?
Yes.
Like here, if I take this example, let's say this is my front end, this is back end, this is database. So do I have to create anything for them to talk to each other? We saw it yesterday, right? Yes, guys. Do I have to do anything extra for them to communicate with each
No.
other?
No.
No. And why not? Because subnets within a VNet, they talk to each other by default. You don't have to do anything extra. Now, for some reason, let's say I would say my database servers are here under this VNet. In my front end and other servers are here. And this server wants to communicate to this one. Is it possible by default?
By
By
default,
default,
not.
not
No.
possible.
It's not possible, right?
No.
But there are
Not
ways
possible.
called VNet pairing. We are going to do that later, not now. First, let's stick to basics. But I hope again you can recall it, what we did yesterday. Resources under same VNet, different subnets can talk to each other by default. Resources in different VNets, they cannot talk to each other by default. Is this point clear to everyone, guys?
Yes.
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 Fine. Let's do some practical. I think it's too much of theory for now. At least if I show some practical, you will have something to practice. So remaining session, this one half session and next session, we are going to spend in practical. So very first thing, I'll show you how to create a virtual network. Either you can create one while creating a machine, or you can come here, search for virtual network. You will be on this page, right? There you are going to see existing virtual networks. You can create new from here. If you don't have any virtual network, you won't. By the way, virtual network, you can, it doesn't cost a lot. I mean, very minimal. So don't bother to delete or anything. Keep creating. It's okay. As what I'm trying to say, practice as much as you want. Don't have a public IP in that. Public IP costs. Right? So I'll select any random resource group. I'm calling it as VNet 1, or let's call it UT-Kloud VNet. East US, I've already told you that what will be the factors on which will decide the region. Security, as of now, we're not discussing Bastion. Bastion we have done already, by the way. Firewall, DDoS, very important topic, DDoS, but not doing it now. Next, IP address range. Which class of IP address is this, guys?
Class A.
Class A.
Class A.
Anyone who differs from
Class
the
and
answer?
private.
Public, you can't, I mean, even if you want, you can't have a public. See, it has to be private. When you are here in Azure, it has to be private. If you want public, you just have to click over there while creating a machine that I need public. They will assign you public address. You can't decide here that, okay, this range I'm going to use. So definitely private. Coming back to my question. Anyone differs from the answer that this is a class A IP address? Yes, no, maybe. Anyone? So all agree this is a class A IP address?
Yes.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
sir.
Okay. So let's go back to our notepad. What is the range of class A? It is implied, it is by default. I told you that we are discussing private IPs now. So I won't be specifically saying what is the range of public IP or what is the range of private IP. We are discussing only private IPs. So what is the range of class A?
10.0.0.02.
So this is the range of a class A. Let's go back here. I'll again create it. UT-Kloud VNet. Here. What is the range I am using? Here it is. The range is given.
10.0.0.
And dot zero dot zero dot zero. So
And what is the range of class A? Read it again.
10.0.0.
and dot zero dot zero dot zero.
Are they matching? Are these two number matching with each other?
No.
This one is this will be a classless IP.
Yes. The moment you see a cider block, guys, it is no more class. Do not get confused. We have literally seen this question in interview plenty of times, that 10.0.0.0.1 cider 16, which class of IP it is. It is simply classless. You see any cider over there, anything cider, it's classless IP. This is class A IP. The moment you see slash n any number, sorry, can't be 65, any number, it becomes classless IP. Then do not worry about number, it starts with 172 or whatever, it is a classless IP. What is a classless IP? It allows you to break this one. It allows you to break the IPs. Because if you do not use classless IP, and if you use complete class A, then you will use all these range in just one VNet. And you will be just left with class B and class C. And after 3 VNet, you do not have any addresses left to create more or to create more VNets. And now you have n number of departments. You wanted to design something like that, but you can't do it. Why? Because you utilized all of them. So to avoid that, what do? You use CIDR block. So the moment you see a CIDR block, it becomes a classless IP. Clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, how to calculate this? Here it is. I do have a wonderful formula. Not today. Maybe I'll teach this to you guys in next session, okay, to avoid confusion. But you don't need to remember it. There are plenty of IP calculators which will tell you that if you're using CIDR number this, how many IPs you're getting. Or if you need these many IPs, what CIDR should you use? There are plenty of IP calculators. That is secondary. Primary, Azure portal itself tells you. If you are coming here with a number in your mind that I need 512 IPs, you simply just go ahead, check. How many am I getting? Fine. कितने यहाँ पर मिल रहे हैं? This is not suitable. Not suitable. Right? How how many am I getting? Too much. What do I need? 500. 16, 65,000. Let's increase the number. The bigger the number, lesser the IPs you get. Understand that. So let's go to the next number. 19, 8,000. Not my requirement. 22, 1024. Not my requirement. 26, 64. This is lesser than my requirement. 25, 128. Lesser than my requirement. My requirement is 500. Then 24, 256. Still lesser than my requirement. Let's go 22. It is too big a number. But if I didn't have any, I'll take this. If I don't have any closer number, I won't go for a lesser number. I'll take whatever is available at the higher side. But I have a similar number here, 512. So this is how you decide CIDR. By the way, you most of the time, in fact, all the time, the moment you get your build sheet for your server, you will have the IP address and everything over there. And most of the time, you will be creating virtual machines where virtual networks and subnets are already there. You just have to go and select it. It will automatically pick the IP. But you should at least understand that how is it working. So is this part clear to everyone? Now, if I give you a task that uh, I need one VNet where I need 200 IPs. Will you be able to create that VNet?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when I
Yes.
said
Yes.
200, I definitely don't want you to select 128 and tell me please adjust. No. Even if I'm asking 129, and if you see this, you won't give me this. You won't give this to client. If I'm asking 129, whichever is the closest number at the higher side, you'll give me that. So if I'm asking 129 or I'm asking 200 or I'm asking 250, this is the IP you will create and this is what you will give me. Is this clear?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, next thing. See, if I take, let's take CIDR of 23, 22. How many IPs am I getting?
1024.
124.
1024. Now let's come to subnet. Right? I can create it from here or I can create it once the VNet is created after that also. So one subnet I'll show from here, the other subnet I'll show once the VNet is created, then how to do it. So one subnet I already see, default subnet. Why? Because you can't have anything without a subnet. So one subnet has to be there. This is a default subnet. Ignore this part. We're not covering this. So total IPs I'm getting 1024. Out of that, how many IPs am I using in this subnet?
256.
56.
Does it mean I can have more subnets?
Yes.
Let's try.
Yes.
So let's click on add. I call it subnet 1. So it will be easier for us to understand. And here I decide, okay, by the way, uh, can I take 20, 21 here? What do you think? here the CIDR block under subnet, can I take 21?
I think no.
No,
Then why not?
no, because you have
It
already taken
exactly
the 22 cider block.
Sorry, can you elaborate what do you mean by I have already taken 22, so I can't take 21? What does it mean?
Means,
Means if you
Under VNet, we have like taken 22 cider. So we just have 1024 IPs.
Yes. So the moment, guys, I say 21, by the way, it's not even there. See, it's not even there. The moment when I try to take 21, what am I saying? How many IPs do I need? 21 gives me 2048 IPs. So the moment I try to go here and say I need 21, it's not possible because you're asking for 2048 IPs in your subnet. And subnet, it is a sub part of your VNet. So how many total IPs do you have in your VNet, guys?
1024. 1024.
So if I have total 1024 IPs, can I ask a subnet for 2000 IPs? Is it possible?
no.
I'm asking you guys that you have 100 rupees. Out of that, please give me 150 rupees. Does that make sense?
No.
No.
So this number always has to be lesser than this. Either equal. If you have 100 rupees, can I ask 100 rupees? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, right? You have 100 rupees, I can ask 100 rupees, you can give me 100 rupees. Sensible transaction. You have it. You have 100 rupees, can I ask 50 rupees?
Yes, you can.
Yes, we can.
Can
Yes.
someone
Yes.
else and ask for 70 rupees?
Yes.
Yes, that's also possible.
No, I've already taken 50 rupees.
No.
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 So are you guys getting it? That this number,
Yeah.
which is called address space of your VNet, this is the total number of IPs which you are using in virtual network. And your subnet, it is a part of your virtual network which cannot cross this number. I hope the statement is clear to everyone.
Yes.
Yes? No? Maybe? Anyone who did not
Yes.
get it, guys? Any confusion? Yes? No? Maybe, guys? Any confusion? Anyone? Feel free to text me on Zoom privately if you haven't understood, or WhatsApp. I'm looking at WhatsApp also. Giving you 30 seconds. Think about it because this is very important. If you don't get it, you won't get the further things. It's not that hard. It's very simple. But still, if you haven't understood it, I am happy to explain it again. VNet and subnet part. That if your VNet has 1400 IPs with a CIDR block 22, you can't expect a subnet with a bigger CIDR block. Right? Bigger as in the extra IPs. Out of 1024, you can just take 1024. You can take lesser. You can go ahead and take 20, let's use 25 CIDR block. So how many IPs am I taking?
128.
128 IP address. And look at this. The total number which I am acquiring from class A, because I have made it classless IP address, right? If it was class A IP address, it would have been 10.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255, right? But now what am I using? 3.255, which means in another VNet I can use from 4.0. It is kept for me. It is available for me. So out of this 1024 IPs, how many am I using here under this subnet?
128.
128. So I'm starting
128.
from 10.0.0.0 to 10.0.0.127. Don't go on the number. This is number 127. But how many of them are? If I start counting from 0, how many of them are?
128.
In number, they are 128.
128.
Right? Like similar concept we have in availability set. How many fault domain can I have? Maximum.
3.
What are the numbers will I get?
0, 1, 2.
Yes. So numbers you will say 0, 1, 2. Numeric will be 0, 1, 2, but the actual count will be 3. Similarly, here it shows 10.10.0.0.0 to 10.0.0.127. But how many numbers are there? What is the count? 128.
128.
So here I have taken the subnet 1 and I'm clicking next. Tags, we all know, created. This is how you can create subnet while creating your VNet. Now, once your VNet is created, then how to add subnet, we'll see that. By the way, VNets and subnets are very crucial. You will never see that after creating and after having 10 machines on them, then someone will come and say that I wanted to change the address space. I wanted to change this and that. No one does that. It will break many things. So they plan it very critically. They put extra efforts on that. Not actually required. Someone is asking cider. I do have videos on cider in my first batch. We did try that. Uh, it almost took 2 sessions. The calculation of cider, how it works, I have given it here also. I'll cover this part in next session little bit because what I have experienced that no one has actually asked cider in any interview. Plus, you have Azure calculator or you have IP calculators, so it's easy nowadays. So you don't have to get into hassle and understand the core of networking. And still, if you need, I have it in my first batch. It's available on YouTube. Okay, so this is our virtual network. It is ready. Let's quickly go ahead and check. Overview, it will show you the address space. What does it mean? That you have taken 10.0.0.0, CIDR 22. How many subnets it has? It has one subnet as of now. This is the resource group. Okay, I didn't want this resource group, but fine. This is the resource group. This is the region. Then border gateway protocol not doing, DNS not doing it now. Subscription, we know it's fine. Activity log, we all of know, we have covered this, right? It's same for everything. IAM, you know that if I want my engineer to come and work on my VNet, for example, edit some subnets, add some subnets, remove some subnets, then I'll give him access over here. I don't want him to come and see everything in my resource group, right? He's a network engineer. I don't want him to come and see my machines in my resource group. So what will I do? I'll come to that VNet and give sufficient access, contributor, owner, or whatever is that. Is this point clear, guys? I am.
Yes.
I've done it thoroughly, hence I'm just
Yes.
reminding you. Tags, we have done it. Troubleshooting, I told you this is the part where you have to play, right? Let's come to address spaces. Address space. See what it tells me, that this prefix, it is overlapping with my another VNet. I have another VNet called API VNet. So if I'm at all planning to peer these two VNets, we'll come to that. What is peering? It clearly says that I should change the address space, but I don't want to change it. I'm just running it in isolation. I hope you understand. These are virtual networks. So even you can have the same range in your organization. I can have the same range. I can have the same range in my own organization also under the same subscription. That's what I have. But it won't work when I try to do the VNet pairing. So we'll come to that later. So you can ignore it as of now. So this is the address space I have. Question: can I change the address space? You will see this question in your interview. Let's give it a try. 1024. I don't want these many IP addresses. Can I change it? Let's see. What did I do? I changed the CIDR block. Now we are going to 512 IPs. Is it done?
Yes.
Yes, it's done.
So the
Yes.
answer is yes, you can change. But there has to be some condition or something. Let's see. Again, I'll go to address space. First, let me quickly check my subnet. This is my subnet. You guys also have a look at the subnet. What I'm trying to explain here, you should get it. This is the subnet 1. Fine. If I just click on the subnet one, how many IPs am I using, guys? 128 IPs here I'm using. Don't talk about available IPs. We'll come to this concept later. 128 IPs and 25. This is on my subnet. 25 CIDR I'm using. Again, go back to my address space. And now the client says, even 512, it's too much. Let's change it to, can you make it 26? I just need 64 address. Now, if I click on save, what will happen, do you think?
It will give an error, I think.
And why?
Error.
Because we have subnet.
Set as,
Yes. I hope
set as
all of you
22.
got it, right? Because I have already utilized something in subnet. You're asking me to go below that number. That's not possible. So even if I want to change something, that has to be above these subnets utilization. And now I have only one subnet. Imagine if I had 10 subnets, it will consider all of them. You can change the address space, but you can't undo something which you have done on your subnet unless you go and delete that subnet. But if you have machines on that subnet, you will not be able to. So what was our original number? It was 22. Right? Let's go ahead and save it. Done. Subnets. Now, if I connected devices, by the way, what are the devices which are connected to your virtual network? How many machines, storage, web app, or whatever. You can come here and see that. Do we have any devices on this virtual network?
No.
No, we simply just created it now. Subnets. I already have one subnet. Now, if I want to create another subnet, I can create from here. Let's call it subnet 2. I have used 128 IPs, guys. Fine. Total, I had 1024 IPs. I have used 128. Remaining are 896. I'm asking you, please create one subnet called public subnet for me. You say, fine, I'll create. How many IP addresses do you need? Client says, give me 256. So you're using CIDR 24. Is it possible? Can I use 256 address?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? So let's create it. By the way, look at this. Now this range will start from 10.0.0 1.0 1.25. Sorry, 1.255. Because the last range ended here. So this is how I can have second subnet. How many IPs did I use? 254. Now client says create one backend subnet for me. You say fine, backend subnet. How many IP address do you need? He says 256. Is it possible?
Yes, it is possible.
Yes.
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 I created one more subnet. Client says create one more subnet. It should be my DB subnet. I'm planning to have my databases here. But the moment I plan a database here, I'll be putting a few more resources there, right? So do one thing this time, give me 512 IP addresses. Is it possible?
No.
See, it is giving you error there and then only. And why is it not possible?
Remaining
It's
IP address are
exceeding
386.
limit.
Yes. So how many IPs can I give him maximum?
380.
Is there
380.
any
386.
CIDR which will give me exact 380 numbers?
No.
No.
So how much can I give him?
Nearby we can. 56.
56.
256.
Now for this 130, I can maybe take another small subnet, or sometimes these will be wasted. That's okay. I mean 100 IPs, 50 IPs, it's okay. But still I'm left with 150, 130, na? Let's see. Which CIDR will give me closest number from 130? It's already there.
28, yeah.
128,
28?
25,
Cider. What is the cider number? 120 is the count of the IP. 25.
25/20.
So here I have utilized my IPs. 2 IPs, it's okay. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Now if I create any machine under subnet 1, it will be able to communicate to public subnet, it will be able to communicate to backend subnet and DB subnet and default subnet. Similarly, anything is there on DB default subnet. I mean, all of these subnets can talk to each other without any extra configuration. By default, they can talk to
30.
each other. Any doubts, any questions here?
Yes, Sohail, so once the subnet is created, so can we edit it?
Yes,
Like,
go here. Like we can edit your address space.
VNet.
You can come here and you can edit this one also. Let's say instead of 128, I wanted 2 subnets of 64. I use
So
64.
if we are getting this, will it break?
Sorry.
If we are getting the subnet means from 251 to 64,
Hmm.
will it break in the net virtual machine or applications?
Depends that your virtual machines are using which it is. No one does that actually. If you have virtual machines, no one will do that. But if you have only 4 virtual machines on that, and they are using initial 4 IP addresses, remaining are just lying there, no one is using it, so it's okay, you can do that, it won't break anything. But you have to be very careful about it, that where all these IPs are being utilized. Hence you have this option to check connected devices. But in actual environment, you won't see anyone breaking subnets. Maximum they will do, increase the address space at VNet and increase the subnet. No one will reduce it. It's very risky job. Reduce कोई नहीं करेगा. Okay, guys, we have 30 seconds left in this session. Do you guys need a break?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Let's resume at 1:30. 7 minutes. Stopping the session.